99.5.com, 7:06 our time. Without further ado, Steve-O, we've got Pete Hegseth giving us a briefing on Operation Epic Fury. Let us join it in progress now, shall we?
Iran's military and rendered it combat ineffective for years to come. You see, in less than 40 days, one of our combatant commands, Central Command, CENTCOM, using less than 10% of America's total combat power, dismantled one of the world's largest militaries. The world's leading state sponsor of terrorism proved utterly incapable of defending itself, its people, or its territory. We untied just a fraction of our strength, and Iran suffered a devastating military defeat. Together with our Israeli partners, America's military achieved every single objective, on plan, on schedule, exactly as laid out from day one. Iran's Navy is at the bottom of the sea, whether it's the Soleimani class, their frigate class, their prized drone aircraft carriers, submarines, mine layers, sunk. Iran's Air Force has been wiped out. Iran no longer has an air defense, any sort of a comprehensive air defense system. We own their skies. Their missile program is functionally destroyed. Launchers, production facilities, and existing stockpiles depleted and decimated. And almost completely ineffective. Iran shot hundreds and hundreds of missiles and one-way attack drones at our aircraft carrier. They were obsessed with it, and they never got even close. Every single one of those shots easily shot down miles and miles away from the Abe Lincoln. They were blowing ammo into Fantasyland. Contrast that with, most significantly, in last night's wave of more than 800 strikes, we finished completely destroying Iran's defense industrial base, a core pillar of our mission objective. What little they have left buried in bunkers is all they will have. They can still shoot, we know that. Their command and control is so decimated they can't really talk and coordinate, so they still may shoot here and there, but that would be very, very unwise. But they can no longer build missiles, build rockets, build launchers, or build UAVs. Their factories have been razed to the ground, set back in historic fashion. You see, had Iran refused our terms, the next targets would have been their power plants, their bridges, and oil and energy infrastructure, targets they could not defend and could not realistically rebuild. It would have taken them decades, and we were locked and loaded. They couldn't defend against it. President Trump had the power to cripple Iran's entire economy in minutes, but he chose mercy. He spared those targets because Iran accepted the ceasefire under overwhelming pressure. The new Iranian regime understood that a deal was far better than the fate that awaited them. This new regime just happened to look at what happened to their predecessors. Their top leadership was systematically eliminated. The previous Iranian supreme leader, dead. The Supreme National Security Council Secretary, dead. The Supreme Leader Office Advisor, dead. The Supreme Leader Military Office Chief, dead. The Defense Minister, no longer with us. The IRGC Commander, dead. The Armed Forces General Staff Commander, dead. The Intelligence Minister, dead. The IRGC Navy Commander, no longer here. The IRGC Intel Chief, dead. I skipped over a bunch, and I could go on and on and on, to include the new so-called new Supreme Leader wounded and disfigured. This new regime was out of options and out of time, so they cut a deal. They know this agreement means that they will never, ever possess a nuclear weapon. Under the terms, any nuclear material they should have will be removed. Any material, they should not have, will be removed. Right now, their dust is deeply buried and watched 24/7 overhead. The president has been clear from the beginning there will be no Iranian nuclear weapons. period, full stop. Other presidents said it. President Trump did it. Operation Epic Fury. Less than 6 weeks, clear mission, decisive action, overwhelming firepower, America first, a historic battlefield victory. For decades, Iran killed Americans with roadside bombs in Iraq, using cowardly proxies to do their dirty work while they hid safely in Tehran. They struck our embassies with car bombs and attacked from the shadows, never daring to face us toe-to-toe. They thought they could bleed America with impunity. Well, they just learned the hard way what happens when you try to fight us directly. And even when they got lucky, one time in 40 days, and downed 2 of our pilots, they couldn't hold them. In a daring 14-hour rescue operation, 7 hours in daylight and 7 hours of night, both pilots were recovered safely. Not once, but twice. A daylight thunder run right up the middle of their country. Boots on the ground. A midnight raid right up the middle of their country. Boots on the ground. 0 American casualties. The Iranians humiliated and demoralized. We control their fate, not the other way around. That's why they came to the table. Iran's defeat is America's retribution for every American lost to Iranian terror, especially those brave troops killed by Iranian-made roadside bombs in Iraq that my generation knows so well, and for the suffering their regime has inflicted around the world. Now we have a chance at real peace and a real deal. The War Department, for now, has done its part. We stand ready in the background to ensure Iran upholds every reasonable term. And as everyone knows, nobody makes a better deal than President Trump. To the warriors of Epic Fury, I say well done. You're the backbone of our country. Your skill, your bravery, and sheer guts and grit showed the world what America is all about. I'm proud of you. We're proud of you. President is proud of you. Job well done. But stay vigilant and stay ready. To the families of our fallen, your sacrifice was in service of a historic cause, and we will always remember your heroes, our heroes. We will continue to honor them. And to our Israeli allies, thank you for being a brave, capable, and willing ally on this battlefield. The rest of the world and the rest of our so-called allies saw what real capabilities look like. They should take some notes. Our troops, our American warriors, deserve the credit for this day. But God deserves all the glory. Tens of thousands of sorties, refuelings, and strikes carried out under the protection of divine providence. A massive effort with miraculous protection. Dude 44 Bravo spoke for all of us. God is good. The chairman will now provide an even deeper military detail on the historic success of Operation Epic Fury.
All right, there we go. That's Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War, breaking down exactly how we got to this point where an agreement was reached, explaining how the Iranian military has been completely and utterly destroyed. They have no ability to fight back, and that essentially the rest of the country would have gone straight to hell as well had they not come to the table.
Yeah, and even some of that leadership still trying to talk big, that they're the ones that came up with this plan and they're the ones that have won this, and you're like, you have no idea what has just happened to you. And to think that within 1 hour last night, we were an hour away from President Trump saying, you know, go ahead on in and start blowing up some of those power plants and the bridges and everything else that could have happened last night. It's a good thing that they decided to come to the table. Now, I think everybody's on pause, just like Pete Hegseth just said. You know, it's kind of a wait and see what happens. They're there. They're ready to go again if they need to. But Iran better not mess around these next 2 weeks. They better follow through with what they're doing, because the minute they don't, Donald Trump will be like, okay, so you're not serious? You've lied about wanting to have a ceasefire. You've lied about wanting to have peace. You lied about, the Strait of Hormuz going to open. So let's just wait and see exactly what they do.
Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Do not get your hopes up. Get your hopes up for finding a great deal at Flipsy's Furniture, 1811 Crestwood Boulevard in Irondale, or Highway 31 in Hoover, across from the Galleria next to 2nd and Charles. Flipsy's has got the designer furniture at wholesale prices. They have the fantastic merchandise that you want, that you need, that you crave, that you desire. Something that will fit any decor in the Irondale store. Hoover store, a little bit more Hoover-centric, but, still Flipsy's, which means great service, white glove delivery available, 12 months, same as cash, and prices that are low, low, low. Look, shop around if you want to. Don't buy a thing. Don't put any money down on anything until you've been to Flipsy's Furniture. You have to see it up close and personal, and then make the deal of a lifetime with Flipsy's. You can find them online at flipsysfurniture.com, flipsysfurniture.com, or visit them live and in person. Highway 31 across from the Galleria, next to 2nd and Charles, or 1811 Crestwood Boulevard with 28,000 square feet of showroom. More in the basement right there in beautiful Irondale. It's designer furniture at wholesale prices. 721 Dixon and Vining. Talk 99.5, talk995.com. You know, there are a whole bunch of different ways that you can put drinking water into your break room at work. The most common one is that water delivery deal where you got the big jugs of water and the upside down and you flip them and change them out when the thing, and nobody ever wants to change it. And the inside of that machine is nasty and it's full of mold and disgusting and you don't want to see it. I'll tell you that right now. No, I'm here to tell you that Aqua Systems has a better way. For just a little money every month, you can get the absolute best system for water delivery to your people. It hooks up into your old water supply, okay? So you don't have to have anything delivered. You don't have empty bottles laying around. That's always cool. It purifies the water right there inside the machine, and it uses ultraviolet light to clean itself and make sure the water stays pure no matter how long it's in there. And then it makes ice. It gives the water hot, ambient temperature, cold, however you want it. We have one here, and it has been a real change for this organization. Everybody loves it. Everybody uses it. It's quite amazing how a little change like that can really up the mood of your employees. It's about the best bonus that you could give your employees in this day and age, and it doesn't cost much at all. Just contact Aqua Systems to find out more about it. 383-3999, 383-3999, online at iwantgreatwater.com. Tell them Richard Dixon sent you, and you want to know about that cool water machine that they have in the Cumulus Media break room. This is, I don't know why I shouldn't be laughing at this, but I can't help it. Massive 6-alarm blaze engulfs California warehouse.
Yeah.
It's the Kimberly-Clark warehouse.
And what is Kimberly-Clark known for making?
Kleenex.
And?
Toilet tissue.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
And it's a massive facility.
This place is absolutely huge, and they said it's 1.2 million square feet. They said, well, the overhead sprinklers tried to keep up, but, you know, it was fueled by all this tissue paper. If you've ever burned tissue paper.
It burns it's like a rubber tire. It burns forever.
It goes up like tissue paper. It's amazing how quickly it catches. Yeah. I imagine they
but those
probably
thick rolls of toilet paper for it to burn through this. Oh, no.
It will go and go and go, and the blaze has got to be super hot. 20 employees managed to get out. It looks like they were all safe. One is in custody. They believe he's the suspect in arson. Who would go like, hey, maybe I'll burn down this. Is it Milton, do you think? Burn this place down. Need my stapler.
Just amazing.
Yeah.
If you saw images of it yesterday,
Holy cow.
You're like, what in the world? It's hard to describe, and you just told how many square feet this facility is. It's like blocks. It's that big.
They're telling people in the area, especially the elderly, stay inside, don't breathe the air. There's going to be a lot of ash. Yeah, that makes sense. When you burn tissue paper, there's a lot of ash. It is going to blot out the sun for a little while, I think. And they're also saying that, what was the other thing? There's another interesting piece of information. They got drone footage to assist in these operations. Oh, they had the Ontario Fire Department 6-alarm fire. That means 6 different fire departments came and responded to this thing, and they got themselves up on ladders, and they're using these hoses to kind of shoot down into or onto the warehouse to try to put it out.
It's
like,
futile.
This is hopeless.
If you see the fire, if you see the building, you see like on one end of the building, there's these 2 fire trucks. It would be like me squirting water out of a straw trying to put a fire out in this room.
Yeah.
Literally. That's exactly what it looks like. And you're like, oh, you're not making even a dent. You're just going to have to let this thing burn out.
Yeah. Well, and try to keep it from spreading. That's pretty much all you can do.
Well, I think, again, the facility is contained. You've got a roadway all the way around it. Some of the trucks and trailers that are parked outside of it, maybe you can protect those. But this is just, wow. And here's the thing. They apparently supply Kleenex and toilet paper for the West Coast, as it's California.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of a toilet paper shortage there.
There.
Yeah.
So don't panic and don't do this. Hey, COVID, we got to run to the store and load up. And now you've got 3 years worth of toilet paper.
There are other companies that make that stuff, by the way. It's not all Kimberly-Clark. So, go out and buy a different brand and you'll probably be okay.
Some people are like, "Oh no, I'm not. I need my."
I have my particular kind that I
I'm
like.
devoted to it.
It is weird how we get attached to certain brands of that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I started using Members Mark years ago, and every once in a while, I go to Sam's Club and they're out.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like,
It happens.
how are you out of this? This is what you do. This is your brand. So I ended up buying this Charmin this last time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, those bears are
I'm
liars.
with you. I think the Sam's brand is top notch.
Yeah.
Really good.
I've never, like, these rolls are not very, there's not much on them, this Charmin. I mean, I'm just like, how's this out already? This, a Members Mark roll would have lasted much longer than this.
Yeah.
I'm a little ticked off. I remember one time I lived in a house with a couple of other people, and they had two different kinds of TP. One was Scott's, and the other was Great Value. And I went, oh, Scott's. Yeah, I grew up with Scott's. Yeah, I'll use this in the bathroom. And it was terrible. I was like, this is what I grew up with?
Yeah.
This stuff is awful.
I remember through COVID, because, toilet paper was kind of scarce,
Yeah.
that I ended up buying some brand that was Bamboo brand.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, well, it's toilet paper, so, they know what they're doing. No one in the house wanted it.
No.
And everybody was like, what is this? I was like, that's all that.
It's what
that's
they
all
had.
They had.
Yes.
The main attraction to Scott's is its cheapness.
That is
Yeah.
exactly right. Yeah. But, I mean, I don't understand the single-ply toilet paper. I do not understand that. The guy who
That's,
invented that, what did he
yeah.
have on his mind?
I don't know, but
we know what he had in his hand.
Trying to save the
But, what did he
environment and
have in his
not
mind?
worried about your
Ew.
tush.
Yeah. Hello.
Save the environment. Don't worry about your tush.
No. Of course, if you've ever traveled abroad, when I was in Germany for 2 months, those brown hand towels that we have in our bathrooms here at Cumulus?
Yeah.
That's their toilet paper.
That is awful.
Really?
That
I kid you
stuff-
not.
That
Wow.
stuff does nothing.
It is horrid.
It is the worst paper towel. I just
And imagine using that
no. I don't want to
as what
imagine
we
that.
euphemistically call bathroom tissue.
That's not bathroom,
bathroom
tissue, and hopefully
tissue.
you're not putting that in the toilet.
Apparently, that's what, I don't know. I guess you do. I did. They have different toilets over there, too, by the way.
Do they?
Yeah, they're kind of weird. I mean, everything's weird, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I imagine that it's
And
kind of
yours include a bidet.
Yeah. A bidet is always helpful, which is why, you could get away with that brown paper because, you were also using a little bum washer, as they say.
A lot of people believe in him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's not a whole lot. Like, imagine if at the end of using the facilities or the end of working on your car or something, you just picked up a piece of paper and rubbed your hands on it and went, there, that's clean. Somehow that's okay when it comes to bathroom tissue, though. That's considered to be perfectly acceptable. Something not right about that.
Maybe a little bit of both, a bidet and a little tissue.
Hey, best of luck out there on the West Coast with your little toilet paper
it's
problem,
a
guys.
big fire.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, try not to break down in tears anytime soon because there's not going to be any Kleenex to work with, and I think there's probably paper towels involved
We're
as well.
fine in
and-
Alabama. I just
Yeah.
want to say it again. We're fine.
Absolutely. Well, unless you
We're
go to Sam's
fine.
Club looking for Members Mark, which for
we
some
gotta
reason
get there
they're out.
first. Be quiet, Richard.
Yes. The
I
run shall
see.
begin in
Everybody's
3.
good. You're fine.
2.
I gotta get to Sam's. No,
I see
really,
what this
we're
is
okay.
all about.
We're fine.
As far as you know,
There's no shortage.
nothing to worry about.
No.
All right, we compare brand names to Aldi knockoffs coming up next, and some of them compare really well. Just a lot cheaper. Stick around. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com.
7:35, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Welcome in on a what's going to be a gorgeous Wednesday. Temperatures up around 77, but sunshine, no rain at all in the forecast, which we really could use a little bit more, but none of that anywhere. Speaking of rain, whenever we talk about water in central Alabama, a lot of homes in central Alabama have water issues in the crawl space in the basement. It's just the way it is, and maybe the way the home was built. It might be time to reach out to Be Dry and get encapsulated those areas where you're seeing some moisture, or maybe there's hints of moisture. And how would you know that? Well, if you've got a basement area that maybe smells like it's got, mildew, or that's real musty, you maybe are running a dehumidifier in your basement because there's moisture there. All right, encapsulate. Let Be Dry come out. Take a look at what's going on. David Feven and the guys in business over 65 years. Excellent at what they do. The pros there will get it done. They'll get it fixed right for you. If you've got cracking in the foundation of your home, another serious issue, and some of that could be caused because of the water that's getting into some of these areas. So it's important. Don't delay. Don't procrastinate. Don't say, I'll take care of it next month or next week. Call them today and get a free quote. It's very simple, 205-942-1976. Their website, too, filled with some great information, some videos there. You can see some of the testimonials from people that have used Be Dry. Check that out, too, BeDryAlabama.com. That's BeDryAlabama.com.
7:36, and I have here 10 Aldi knockoffs that some say taste like the real thing. This is from Inspiring Savings by Jen Schreiner. I love the Aldi. I'm a fan.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot remember for the life of me to bring my bag with me, but
yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
You can buy one for like 20 cents.
Doesn't cost a lot to get the
Nah.
paper bag. I've got a lot of
Sure.
paper bags now backed up in my laundry room, and I've got some of the cloth bags as well. And if I ever have to move, I don't need luggage. I'm just going to use
No,
those.
you use the
That's-
bags,
yeah,
right.
Perfect.
There are
Yeah.
a lot of people using bags to move. Sure, why not?
Not that difficult to make sure that get back out to the truck, Richard. Try that on for size, just to see. You might be surprised. All right, coming in at number 1 here, Pop-Tarts versus Millville Toaster Tarts.
Mm.
They say the frosted brown sugar and cinnamon is actually very
Similar?
much the same.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then.
Oh, you'll save you a sweet penny on that.
Mm.
Is right.
Now, I will say that they probably have fewer flavors.
Yeah.
You're probably going to get strawberry, this, maybe a chocolate one, and that's it. I don't know that they're going to have like the same number. But if one of those is your faves and you're going to buy them on a regular basis,
I
yeah,
love that flavor.
get a little money
Brown
saved there.
cinnamon. Mhm.
Okay. Benton's peanut butter cookies versus the Girl Scout tag-along. We talked about this.
When we did cookies.
They were
just all
comparing.
cookies.
Yeah, they were comparing cookies. The
That
cookies.
was the really
Aldi one.
harsh reviewer, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, what was her name?
She was-
Sarah.
she was
Sarah was.
Pretty harsh, but can I admit something to you? I just bought these the other
Did
day.
you?
I did.
And?
Yeah.
I can't tell
Are
the
you-
difference. They
Really?
taste exactly like the Girl Scout cookies to me.
Oh, I feel sad for the Girl Scouts.
I mean, yeah, and they were,
I think the Girl Scouts are doing fine. Yeah.
I mean,
Think so?
cheap.
Maybe not.
These things were
Maybe not the
insane.
tag-alongs anymore.
Insanely cheap compared to Girl Scout cookies. Girl Scout cookies were $6 a box, I think. I think I paid like $2 and maybe some change for these, and they're delicious. Clancy's Kettle Chips versus Kettle Brand chips. This is once again limited flavors. Obviously, they're just talking about the original.
Yeah, the plain.
You might remember somebody was talking about how there was like comparing the Clancy's Kettle Chips. They said there was a weird aftertaste or something like that. Okay, different folks have different sensations. You might love these things. If you like the Kettle Chips, you might want to give them a try. I guarantee they're a lot less expensive. Here's something I'll never know: Friendly Farms almond milk versus Almond Breeze.
I've never tried either.
I like almond milk occasionally.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm-
If you're trying to, watch calories and things like that, it's a little lower in
I'm just not comfortable with almond milk because I don't know what's in there.
almonds.
Okay, but there's got to be something more than that. You liquefied almonds and it tastes
Water.
like milk somehow.
Huh?
Yeah, I know. There's
A little powdery
Well, I
mix.
doubt seriously it tastes a whole lot like milk.
some other funny stuff going on in there.
Until you try it.
Yeah.
If you put it in a bowl of cereal, you and you were blindfolded, you might not be able to tell, Richard.
Who's blindfolding me?
I don't
Why
know.
is
Might
that
not be
happening?
able
That's
tell.
your Saturday night. I don't want to know
Confused.
about it.
That's
Let's give it to
wow.
Mikey. He'll try it.
Elevation protein bars
I've
versus
had these.
Quest bars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Elevation's pretty good.
Pretty good, huh?
Mhm.
Okay.
And this is the chocolate mint they're showing.
All right. I've had a Quest or two in my time back when I was doing the protein bar thing on a regular basis. I might be willing to give these things a shot. Mama Cosie's take and bake pizza versus delivery pizza. That's a little generic for me.
Yeah, because it'd
Delivery.
be anybody
which
delivery.
delivery?
What about
If it's
Domino's?
which place?
Papa John's?
Crappy delivery, yes, I could see that. Why order it when Aldi's Mama Cozy pizzas are fresh, cheesy, and ready to bake at a fraction of the cost? Because maybe delivery pizza is better depending on where you're getting the delivery from.
Yeah.
If it's from Davenport's,
Oh, step aside.
Mama Cozy, you don't
Ain't
have a
nowhere,
chance. I'm
Mama
just saying.
Cozy.
Oh. Specially selected brioche buns versus gourmet bakery buns. Aldi's got some good bread.
Mm-hmm. Not bad.
I love their sourdough. I don't eat a lot of bread. That's why when I get a loaf home, generally I take half of it, put it in the freezer, because I'm not going to make it all the way through before it starts turning green and fuzzy. But, yeah, their bread is top-notch. There's nothing wrong with their bread. And it is, once again, extremely inexpensive. I think I pay just shy of $3 for this sourdough bread, whereas, just a regular loaf of standard white or wheat bread at the grocery store is almost $4 nowadays.
Yeah, it's
Crazy.
It is crazy expensive, no doubt.
Shakir chocolate bars
This is my
versus Lindt.
this is my chocolate that I go get.
These things are
The
amazing.
dark chocolate in the red package, priced very inexpensive compared to other chocolates. And
Absolutely.
it's really good.
The milk chocolate, they've got hazelnut pieces, they've got the dark chocolate, and then the white chocolate, and all of them are ridiculously inexpensive and
really
quite
good.
tasty.
If you took this same size chocolate bar and you can go to Walmart, you can go to Publix, you can go wherever, almost 4 times the amount.
Oh, yeah, easily. Sunday shop ice cream versus Haagen-Dazs. I haven't had Haagen-Dazs in forever. I have no idea. If you were to compare it to Ben & Jerry's, I could give you an idea. I'd be willing to give it a shot. But
I've not had their ice
I
cream.
do find it interesting that they zeroed in on Haagen-Dazs on this.
maybe that's because that's what they're trying to copy. You know how they'll have that label that just looks a little bit like or a lot like whatever
Like
it is
Oreo,
they
for
copy.
example?
Yes.
That's it right there.
Yeah. Chips Ahoy, whatever it may be. I don't know. They're showing the hot cocoa flavor of ice cream, which never made any sense to me. What do we have? Hot cocoa. And something you and I have talked about, their cheese. Colby
very
Jack
good.
cheese. Happy Farms Colby Jack cheese.
Yeah, that block of cheese can be very pricey if you don't buy it on sale or a buy one, get one.
Yep.
But Aldi's got it. I mean, you can't tell the difference. I can't.
No. Cheese is cheese is cheese.
I mean, a block of, Colby Jack or whatever it is you're eating, I can't tell the difference.
But as we have discussed, for some reason their deli meat's just not that good. I don't know what it is. I've tried it once or twice, and I've been like, it's the first time I thought, well, maybe I just got a bad
and it's
pack.
packaged deli meat because they don't really have a deli.
No,
You
they
know,
don't have a
They don't slice. They're not back there like Publix slicing deli meat.
Yeah, that is something that they're lacking. I would say, by the way, if you're buying your produce anywhere other than Aldi, you're making a mistake. I love green peppers and the stoplight pepper packs, and those things are insane at the place where shopping is a pleasure.
I'm like, how much do you want for one? Like $3 and something. I was like, I need like 4 of these. You're going to tell.
I had to get the special
$12
financing.
for
I
4
had to
peppers?
Get the low price financing on that last time I bought it.
I was like, I'm not buying the peppers there.
Again, it's a limited selection. You're not going to find everything you want there. Like they do have fresh spices or herbs, but they didn't have dill. So I was like, I got to go somewhere else to get the dill now. Okay. I did go to where shopping was a pleasure. But they do have, some fantastic, you get fruit. There's a lot of veggies there. Tomatoes are pretty good. The prices are like, is this right? Can
Again,
this be right?
I just buy it. There's a handful of things that I'll go to Aldi for.
Yeah.
specifically that chocolate bar. And then when I get in there, I'm like, oh, I need cheese. Oh, I need some, veggies.
I never thought I would be that guy who goes to 3 or 4 different stores.
We're living it.
I was like, I never wanted to be
We're
that
living
guy. I
it.
was
You
like,
know
no,
why?
it's just
Because we
convenient.
want what we want.
Yeah,
Right?
that's exactly right. Plus,
And because we feel like when we go where shopping is a pleasure, we've spent way too much. Well, let's go over to Aldi and get some of these other things we need.
now that our kids are grown, we've got more time as well.
Right, I have all day.
Not driving anyone to soccer practice.
Four different grocery
Yeah,
stores.
I'll just drive all over the place. And,
Right.
well,
Walk the
I'm
aisles.
about 2 steps away from clipping coupons.
Don't do it, Richard.
I don't think I want to.
Look at the Dow futures right now. We're up over 1,200 points. We're at 48,000 again.
They seem a little excited
Yeah.
about the ceasefire, huh?
I think so.
The price of a barrel of oil plummeting?
We've discussed this before. I know that the barrels of oil will come down once we get through with this.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody just hang on a minute. This is a ceasefire and we're dealing with Iran.
Yep.
This could wave back and forth for a little bit here because this is the way they play. And I don't trust a single thing right now that they're saying.
You're asking the generation
Unfortunately.
of I want it and I want
Yeah,
it
yeah,
now
okay.
to be patient.
That's right.
Good luck with that.
746, Dixon and Vining. Stick around. 7:51. Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Coming up April 16th, 1 p.m., the Hitchin Post 56 is up for auction. Live auction from Granger Thaggart Auction Marketing. 56 plus acres, luxury homes, stables. Now, it's divided into 3 parcels, okay? And that means you can buy one of them, you can buy both of them, 2 of them, you can buy all 3 of them if you're inclined. But yeah, it's a 5-bedroom, 3.5-bath home completed in 2023. That's on a 20-acre area, about 20 acres. Then there's multiple home sites on a 21-acre area. And then the last lot is 15 acres, but it's got the 12-stall stables on it with offices and showroom areas and tack and lockers, a pavilion, a pond. There's a lot to love about this. And you can own it. It could be yours. If you go to this auction, find out more at gtauctions.com, gtauctions.com, Granger Thaggart Auction Marketing. They would love to talk to you about selling your property as well, helping you move that property for the best market value rather than having to guess at the price. Let the market set the price. It is a real game changer when it comes to selling property. These guys are in Kimberly, not GT Auctions, but this particular piece of land, the Hitchin Post 56, in Kimberly. That is once again April the 16th, just a few short days from now, about 8 days, and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then they got another one coming up shortly thereafter. I'll tell you about that once we get this one out of the way and taken care of. Okay. Some of the texts we have received. Let's see. Laura says, is the SAVE Act completely dead, or is it still floating in limbo? I'm out of the loop. It is not dead yet, but it's on life support, circling the drain. Mostly because John Thune just doesn't seem to show any interest in doing this thing the way it needs to be done. And I can't for the life of me figure that out. This is one of the most important pieces of legislation that you'll ever find, insisting that people have voter ID and proof of citizenship when they vote. Proof of citizenship when you register and photo ID when you vote. What is so difficult? I mean, almost every European country has this.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. It's simple to us, but for some reason, the left just is fighting it.
Well, not just the left. Like I said, John Thune just kind of.
John, yeah.
I mean, Susan Collins in Maine.
Important.
Oh, I don't know. Lisa Murkowski. Oh, I don't know. It's not. What are you talking about? This is like phenomenally important to me.
Did you see the last couple of elections?
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
There's some real funny business in Green Bay, Wisconsin here recently, and we'll get into that in the next hour maybe. Terry says, we used to soak potty paper rolls in kerosene all day to light inside flaming jack-o'-lanterns. Even with the added fuel, a roll would burn for 2 hours. You're a pyromaniac, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. A lot of paper there.
Frank says, love Members Mark because it's so wide, much wider than any other brand I've found. Well, I never thought about that. The width of it never dawned on me, but okay.
Didn't think of that.
Good. Rob G. says, Richard, management has decided that you won't need a raise this year since they provide you with filtered water in the break room. You said it's the best benefit you can get. You pretty much read management's mind there, Rob.
Yep,
they're not giving me a raise.
Rob.
Yeah, well, they're like, hey, we got you the water.
You're good to go.
How much more could you possibly ask for?
And it has an ice machine, too.
Exactly.
So shut your mouth.
McGee says, Scott 1000 sheet single-ply TP is one step above giving up and just using your hand.
Oh, man.
Why, yeah.
That's awful.
Jay, during COVID, I got a bidet since there wasn't any toilet paper. Best purchase I've ever made.
I think a lot of people did a bidet, because you can easily attach them now to your toilet. It's not years ago you had to buy like the separate toilet. The toilet was there and then the bidet was right beside it. And now they've got these, you just attach the toilet. And people are like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever.
Quick and easy. Or so they tell me. I don't have one.
It wasn't for Crocodile Dundee?
Sean says, I use toilet paper, but I have to have a wet wipe for the final polish.
Oh, Lord, Sean, that's a little too many details there for us.
I really don't understand why we even stopped using them. We were exclusive to them for years as children, but at some point, the wet wipe gets replaced with toilet paper. It's not right. Everyone should get back on the wipe.
Just don't put it down the toilet, whatever you do, especially if you're on septic.
Oh, tell me about it. $5,000 later.
Yeah. My son wanted some dude wipes.
Yeah.
So, the frontal lobe is not engaged.
Right.
So there's like multiple signs in and around the toilet. Do not put this down the toilet.
Right. I
What
should
do
have
I
done
do
that.
with it, Mom? There's a garbage can right there. It's not going in the toilet.
No.
Or,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be working for the next 3 years to pay for the
Mm-hmm.
septic guy to
You'll
come
be
out and
learning a
clean
trade.
it out.
It's called plumbing.
Yeah. Oh.
My daughter didn't bother asking what her Christmas present was last year. I didn't get her a Christmas present. I did get her
Was
a
it the
Christmas
bill
present.
for the septic guy?
I got her $5,000 in repairs on my septic system. That's what I got her.
Oh, my Lord.
Because she flushed wipes that very clearly said on the packaging, do not flush. I mean, it's in big red letters, Valerie. You
Do
can't
not-
miss it.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
she did, and
Clearly.
I
And I
knew
paid
my
the price.
19-year-old at the time. I was like, he's going to flush these down the toilet.
Mm-hmm. If only I'd thought to put signs up. Noel says the Aldi jalapeno kettle chips are just as good as Cape Cod brand, way cheaper, and you're not supporting Yankee New England Democrats.
Well,
There you go.
happy to
Brian
know
says
that.
Aldi's brand Golden Grams are the shiz. Take it from a fatty, way better than brand name.
Brian.
Okay, I can tell you
You
this:
must
their
be-
Clubhouse crackers are
You
They're
can't,
club
I
crackers.
can't tell the difference.
they're exactly the
Yeah.
same as Club crackers, and they look like them too, and they have the same.
Aldi
in
should
the design
advertise
and
with us. You
everything.
know that? All this talking about Aldi, they should advertise
Well, then they
with
have to
us.
raise their prices.
No,
That would never
don't
work.
raise them.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Look at Aldi half and half versus Land O'Lakes. Cartons are similar in color and design, no question. Mm-hmm. Please don't squeeze the Charmin is the best ad campaign in TP history, says Tom. Remember Mr. Whipple?
Oh, I love Mr. Whipple.
Do you know what other role he was famous for?
Mm.
Mhm.
I think
Was
we
he
talked
the
about
Dunkin'
this once
Donuts guy?
before.
He was not
Yeah.
the time to make the donuts guy.
No?
But
Okay.
Yeah. Similar to him.
he was occasionally on Bewitched. Samantha would do something like make a car disappear or whatever, and there'd be a drunk guy standing nearby, and he'd always rubbing the eyes and then taking another swig out of his bottle or whatever. That was Mr. Whipple.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'll have to
Okay.
go back and see that.
Same guy.
Well, at least he straightened himself up.
He
That's
was-
true.
He was better in the toilet paper commercials.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see here.
It's pretty cute.
Yikes. Let's see. KC plant in Childersburg closing May 1st. What plant is that? Kimberly Clark?
KC.
Is Kimberly Clark
Maybe.
in Childersburg closing?
Maybe they do.
They don't need. Are they suggesting we don't need their bathroom tissue any longer? What,
Oh,
what
we
kind
do
of game
need
are they
it.
playing?
Gotta
here?
do now, considering what happened in California.
They better keep that thing open.
Shh. Gotta go stock up. Shh.
All this talk about
Toilet
toilets
paper.
and bidets. Did we accidentally wander into the line with Andrew McLean?
We
Is that
have-
what happened? Did we
oh,
just
we
drift into their
just-
show?
Ah,
It's
Jimbo and
Skippy and Jimbo.
Skippy and
The
Jimbo
Skippy
show.
and Jimbo show. Something horrible is going on here.
'Cause that kind of happens on a daily basis, huh?
Kind of.
I know.
Yeah, we only talk
It's
about
like
it every
a-
once in a while.
Could y'all knock off the what's going on with your stomach every day? I think people are tuning out because they're grossed out by it.
Hmm. What makes you think that? Just because you do and I do?
We try not to do that here because it's breakfast time.
Yes. Oh,
I don't
well.
want-
We
yeah.
just failed miserably
Right.
talking about Kimberly Clark for
Mhm.
the last half an hour.
Well, that's important news that you need to know.
Yes, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to give you the latest and greatest. Coming up in the next hour, we will talk about this. We had the conversation yesterday about the woman who went missing in the Bahamas,
Yeah.
fell off the boat and everything.
She
Oh,
fell off the boat.
Suddenly, this story takes a nasty turn,
Mm.
and there's a lot more to talk about with it.
By the way, she was awfully young, retired.
Yeah. She was
Like,
50,
girl,
55, I
55?
believe, and
I was like,
her
oh,
husband
way to
was
go, girl.
58.
Uh-huh.
He had a yacht. Yeah. Now he can afford to pay for it. He doesn't have a wife anymore, so that's convenient.